Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher for this week is Jaiya John. I know I say this every morning, but because his name is less known, I always think it's a great idea to go and do a search for Jaiya John. See what books he's written. He really is a poet. And just do a search for Jaiya John quotes and see what you find. Anna Marie, good morning. Stefan, good morning. Sunmarie, good morning. Hello, it's beautiful to see you here. To put a title to today's message, the title would be Don't Observe the Revolution, Be the Revolution. Anthony, good evening. It's good to see you, man. Have you ever felt the warmth of the sun on your skin after a long, cold night? What does that warmth on your skin feel like if you've been cold? That's the kind of energy Jaiya John urges us to bring to the world. In today's message, he urges us to remember who we are, luminous beings radiating our own unique light. John's message is a call to revolution, not a violent overthrow, but a personal transformation. It's about recognizing the inherent light within each of us and fostering that light in others too. Sarah, good morning. Charlene, good morning. Nella, good morning. It's awesome having you all here. Jaiya John says, if you see someone who has good light, thank them for it. It'll help them keep the light on. I feel like I want to read every one of these at least 2 or 3 times. If you see someone who has good light, thank them for it. It'll help them keep the light on. He says, the way the sun feels on your skin after a cold night, arrive like that to every soul. You are the sun in your solar system. Believe in your own light. And I guess you might have already heard it, but solar system is spelled S-O-U-L, in your soul. You are the sun in your solar system. Believe in your light. Today's message from Jaiya John is clear. Remember who you are. You are light. And the revolution is this, to recognize the light in you and those around you. Hold yourself in the light that you are and call those around you to their own light. And when you have stepped up to your own light, you will remember that you are love. You don't need to seek it, just be it. Jaiya John says, spend your life loving, not seeking love. Ocean need not seek water. Remember who you are and don't allow anyone to make you feel less. He says, if being appropriate means conforming to a deeply pathological society, then be wildly inappropriate. I enjoy his words so much, so I'll have to read it again. If being appropriate means conforming to a deeply pathological society, then be wildly inappropriate. Don't observe the revolution, be the revolution. Annihilate your old self, give birth to your original soul. Raise it. Give birth to your original soul. Remember who you are. And it's okay if you don't feel ready, we seldom do. But you're going to have to believe. You're going to have to just have the faith that your soul knows who you are and that you can surrender to its inner guidance. Jaiya John says, you will never feel ready for the blessings that scare you most. Readiness has nothing to do with it. Remember who you are. And if you're having trouble remembering, trust that your soul knows the truth of who you really are. Your original soul. This is our meditation journey today. It's taking a moment to sit at the feet of our soul and be reminded. Ask the questions that remind us who we are. So if you're ready, let's go there. Let's float away on this journey together. You can close your eyes, and we'll start with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. Deep breath in and out. One more big breath in and let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill up your belly with air, feel yourself grow, feel yourself expand from your core outwards in all directions. And once you have a belly full of air, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. Every time you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. How do you get in touch with what is inside of you? How do you learn to listen to its whisper? Continue your own full body breathing, rising with every inhale and feeling your body falling with every exhale while we have this conversation. Jaiya John reminded us this morning, it's you. It's in you. It is within you. You don't have to seek. You already are. Ocean need not seek water. Likewise, you don't need to seek. Your original soul is present, always has been. How do you move closer to hearing that whisper? It tends to be our reaction to the world that keeps us away from this whisper. The more we react to the world in fear, the more rigid our bodies go, the more tight our muscles, the louder the volume of the fear in our head. These all make sure that we can't hear the whisper. So soften. Drop from your busy head into your body. Drop from your head into your heart. Your soul speaks really clearly, but it's very difficult to hear with all the noise in your head. So soften. Drop from your head into your heart and soften so deep into you that you find yourself sitting at the feet of your soul, ready to hear the whisper. We have the last few breaths of this phase to do together, just to help our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, drop your head all the way forward. And for a moment, roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left, and forward and to the right. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big circles, nice and slow. Take a deep breath in. And as you release, focus on your spine. You can lean your upper body over to the left and lean your upper body over to the right. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence, or at least as much as we are able to, we can now turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is always a really good place to stop. But if you are here for the whole journey, every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. We'll do the next few together. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel into your body and feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel your shoulders slowly falling. Feel your body slowly softening, and feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath. But hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, entertain this thought. Sitting at the feet of your soul and listening. Take your next big breath. What would that look like? See if your mind will allow you an image. If you could dive into you so deep that you feel yourself sitting in the presence of your soul, what would that look like? What would the picture of that be? Open yourself to seeing this image. Take your next big breath. For today's journey, we are using a teaching from Paul Selig and the Guides. It's a teaching that asks us to claim these three truths, these three statements. They're very simple. The statements are, I know who I am, I know what I am, and I know how I serve. Very simple. But this teaching acknowledges that sometimes we don't really get it. We don't really know. Perhaps sometimes I don't really know who I am, what I am, and how I serve. However, this teaching reminds us that your soul certainly does. Your soul knows. So you can claim these three truths in the name of your soul, knowing that even if you don't know exactly what that means, you can trust that your soul does. We'll use these three in our journey today of listening to the wisdom of our soul. Starting with the first claim, I know who I am. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, say it to yourself, I know who I am. How do these words feel in your mouth? How do they sound in your head? But take them into your body too. How does your body respond to this claim, I know who I am? Take your next big breath. It can be really confusing. Since childhood, we have been given messages from around us that don't necessarily show us who we are, but show us who the world wants us to be. And now we are bombarded with more information than ever. From all sides, people, companies, advertisers are trying to get you to be who they want you to be. I know who I am becomes a revolution. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, take those words to your soul. Now, can you ask your soul a question and also let it go? Can you ask your soul a question and not have your brain try and come up with an answer? Just ask the question, let it go, and trust that your soul knows. See if anything comes to you, and be okay if it doesn't. Trust your soul knows. So as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question to take to your soul is, who is it that I am? Who is it that I am? Take your next big breath. The next claim says, I know what I am. And the teaching says, claim it even if you're unsure what this means. Trust your soul knows. You have wisdom that knows what this means. I know what I am. Say the words to yourself. Feel them in your mouth. Feel them in your head. Bring them into your body. How does your body respond to this claim? I know what I am. Take your next big breath. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, find yourself sitting at the feet of your soul and asking without the need for an answer, but asking with a trusting that your original soul knows, and you will know when you are ready. As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question is this: what is it that I am? What is it that I am? Take your next big breath. And the last statement that we are asked to claim in the name of our soul: I know how I serve. And this one can perhaps be most confusing. But trust that your soul knows. Say it to yourself, feel it in your mouth: I know how I serve. Feel the words in your mind and bring it down into your body. How does your body respond to these words? I know how I serve. Take your next big breath. And one more time, as we take a deep breath and dive deep inside, we find ourselves sitting at the feet of our soul and asking, can I ask the question but also completely let go of the need for an answer? Can I ask a question and trust that my soul knows, and I will know when I'm ready? As you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, the question is, how is it that I serve? How is it that I serve? Take your next big breath. take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath-holding space and into the next. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, feel how softness slips in and settles in every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or even lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. Jaiya John shared with us a beautiful description of who you are and who you can be in this world, and that by being the light that you are calling others to their light. I'll read to you again a few thoughts from Jaiya John. If you see someone who has good light, thank them for it. It'll help them keep the light on. The way the sun feels on your skin after a cold night, arrive like that to every soul. You are the sun in your solar system. Believe in your own light. Spend your life loving, not seeking love. Ocean need not seek water. And then if being appropriate means conforming to a deeply pathological society, then be wildly inappropriate. Don't observe the revolution, be the revolution. Annihilate your old self, give birth to your original soul. That's who you are. Raise it. You will never feel ready for the blessings that scare you most. Readiness has nothing to do with it. You need to trust. Trust that your soul is who you are. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to trust. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning to trust that my soul knows. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for learning that even in moments where I feel I don't know, that I learn to trust my soul knows, and I will know when I'm ready. I just have to listen. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for knowing who I am, knowing what I am, and knowing how I serve. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us in this journey of finding yourself at the feet of your soul. Good morning, everyone. Happy you were able to pop in for a while. Savina, good morning. I hope you were able to sit down with us for a little bit. Prepare a good evening to you. Thank you for popping in today. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Anna Marie. Thank you, Sunmarie. Thank you, Anthony. Have a beautiful day. Hope to see you here again soon. Ciao, ciao.